Welcome everyone to the Wednesday Night Live. So you guys already know the deal here, the dealio. We're gonna wait for at least 5 to 7 minutes here to allow people to get the notifications that I am live, and for people on YouTube to get their email notifications that I'm live. So we'll wait about 5 to 7 minutes, but for now, please enjoy the nice music that I have going on in the background. Hey, welcome Hunter. Welcome. Welcome Black Eagle Towing. Welcome Walton. Welcome on Instagram. Welcome guys. So if you guys didn't know, I'm live on YouTube and on Instagram. So if you guys want to switch platforms, you guys can go ahead. I'm planning to do some lives on TikTok as well. So I'll be live on 3 different platforms. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and follow my TikTok at TriceFocus1 and subscribe to my YouTube at TriceFocus1 as well. So we'll be starting in about 2 to 3 minutes here. We're going to wait the minimum 5 minutes, maximum 7. But I think we're going to start in about 2 to 3 minutes here. So welcome everyone. Please enjoy your stay here. Enjoy the music. We'll be starting shortly. C.F.O, welcome, man, welcome. Yes, it is Roblox. Okay, so we are going to start. Let's bring the music down here. Okay. So everyone on YouTube, can you please give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me clearly? And the music, but my voice should be a lot louder than the music. Please give me that thumbs up if you guys can, and people on Instagram as well. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right. So, thank you, John, for the thumbs up. Anyone on YouTube? You guys can give me a thumbs up as well. Hopefully, you guys can hear me on YouTube. All right. Thank you, man. Thank you, Juan, for going there on YouTube. Okay. So, all right. So first off, we're gonna look at. I kind of want to go over a ticker with you guys. So, Disney. All right. So Disney was talked about on Monday here on our live, and I did tell you guys that if we came back down, and it looks like we were going to go down and revisit and retest this 148 level, okay? And this is exactly what we did today. We retested 148, we slipped a little bit below 148, and we headed towards 147.50-ish, and we closed the low of the day today around 147.35. But thanks to that pump from Federal Chairman Jerome Powell's words, Walt Disney Company here decided to retest 148 perfectly, and we bounced. And we ended up near 150, which is exactly where I wanted Disney to end at, actually. So we ended on top of the 10 SMA here, which is my red line, right? Welcome, Gus. Welcome, Lewis. Welcome, guys. Glad to have you here. And so for Disney, I expect more continuation. And if you take a look at the intraday time frame here, so in the 2-hour time frame here, right, my favorite time frame for intraday, we just broke out of this descending level of resistance here. And so what we're looking at here is a nice breakout and a nice hold above this descending level of resistance. So tomorrow, I'm going to expect a lot of resistance around the 21 SMA on the 2-hour time frame here. Okay, but eventually, I'm going to expect Disney to start heading back up towards 158, which is our next huge level of resistance. All right, but first, before we head towards that 158 level of resistance, I want us to break out above 153. All right. But the reason why I'm looking at 158 the most, and the reason why it's the most significant level of resistance that I think Disney has room to move to, is that on the 2-hour time frame, the 200 SMA is coming back down here. Okay, and so once the price has kind of stabilized, and once we're starting to go up higher with higher highs and higher lows on the intraday time frame, okay, eventually we should start hitting 158, and by the time we are nearing 158, we should be able to see the 200 SMA here to cross lower and eventually coincide with this 158 level here. Okay, and so I'm expecting a hey Lewis, well, nice to have you here. Welcome. And so I'm expecting a nice touch of the 200 SMA right at the 158 price level. So keep watch on Disney as we had a perfect retest today and a bounce. I would have loved a little bit more volume on the bounce, but for now, great reversal, great price action that we saw today. But just keep in mind, okay, keep in mind though, on the daily time frame, okay. On Monday, we talked about a potential higher low, okay? So this could be our second potential higher low if we break the second lower low that we made. Okay, the first lower low that we made here since this downtrend after that big gap down that we had over earnings, okay? So if we make a new second low, lower low, we will be able to confirm that this is our second lower high compared to the first lower high here. All right, so Disney, just keep on watch for that. Make sure you're remembering that there's a potential for us to go lower because of the fact that we're still in a downtrend. So far, this week, we're starting a nice reversal to the upside, but that doesn't mean that we're going to continue the upside. All right, so today just might have been the higher low that we needed to start a new uptrend. Okay, this might have been our new higher low, but we still don't have enough data and confirmation to help us determine whether or not Disney will come back to that 158 level that I'm looking out for. Okay, so Disney continue to watch out for those price levels. Hey, welcome Morris, welcome Coop. So with that in mind, let's take a look at Roblox. So Roblox, there's big news. Roblox likes to, or has a tendency to report their overall user growth, their daily active users, DAUs, or DAMs, daily active monthly users. But for Roblox, they disappointed with those numbers. So I still think Roblox obviously is a great play for the future, since they are trying to get in heavily into the metaverse. You guys already know about the metaverse now, right? Facebook's going crazy with it, Unity software, Roblox, etc. And especially Roblox here, I think, has potential to keep on gaining more and more growth in users. And so, this today news might have just been a little slight negative catalyst, but I think that's going to continue for Roblox as a company that continues to report their daily active users for the investors here. And so with this dip, technically, all right, we are now, hey Andres, welcome. Glad to see you here again. Thank you for coming in. So for Roblox, I think there's a high chance that we bounce tomorrow as well because of the fact that we're right back to that 50 SMA. And this is what I've been waiting for Roblox, for a retest and retouch of this 50 SMA on the daily time frame. And with that, we also came back down and retested the lows. Okay, so if I move this level down here, we retested the lows that we made, okay, on the earnings gap up here. All right, so with this gap up, we made a low around $93 here. Okay, 93.03-ish here. And today, we retested it again around 93.52. So we're only about a couple cents away, like 40, 45, 50 cents away from the lows that we made on Roblox. And so I think Roblox has a great potential for us to have a nice momentum push higher. Tomorrow, most likely, we can head up above that 100 psychological level here. So I will make another level here for you guys so that you guys can actually see where $100 is at on this live here. So if I actually move one of these levels up here, and let's also make this green. All right, let's also make this, okay, white here, so we can also make it more significant. So this green level here is the $100 level. So once we're able to break above that tomorrow, we should head up higher until we have a level of resistance around 104. So Roblox can be a very good day trade for the rest of this week if we cross above 100. All we need to do, well, if we cross above 100, we'll also be crossing above today's high today, which is around 99.75. So Roblox should be a great winner here for the rest of the week. Hey, welcome Penguin. Hey, Juan, you said I like it already in. Good job, man. Good job. So, hey Andres, welcome. I give you a handshake back to you. So with Roblox here, I think there's great potential here overall. There's a stock that I will be looking at this for the rest of the week here for an extra name. But so far, very solid. The next thing that I want to look at is Lucid. So Lucid was an extra name in the C.F.O Swinger Watch, and it's doing exceptionally well. So when it was introduced to the C.F.O Swinger Watch on Sunday, on the following Monday, Lucid continued to hold above the daily 50 SMA here. So if I go in closer here for you guys, we're taking a look at the dark blue line here. All right, so if you take a look at the dark blue line, all right, we bounced on it 3 times now, and we started making an ascending level support here. So if we take a look at the 2-hour time frame, all right, so we started making a nice ascending level support here. And so with these higher lows and higher highs, we can see Lucid probably jumping into the end of the week back towards 44 to hopefully around 45 here. So the reason why I say that is that if we come back above 44, we should be able to retest the 2-hour 50 SMA here. So the $44 level and the 50 SMA should coincide at some point here this week. So make sure you guys are continuing to watch out for Lucid here. Okay, Lucid, there's a pretty heavy level of resistance that we hit today as well. So most likely we might see some selling tomorrow into open. So make sure you take some profits if you're already in Lucid. I already took profits yesterday at that big pump around 41, so that was a great trade. But I feel like we can have some nice selling into tomorrow back to that $40 level of support if we can turn it and flip it into support, as it was a previous level of resistance for Lucid. So I think it's a great potential for Lucid here to retest $40 here and then head up back higher and maybe hit $44 here. Okay. But that's it for what I wanted to look at. If you guys have any suggestions, please, you guys already know the drill. Put the tickers that you want me to go over in the chat below, or on the chat on the side of the video here, both for Instagram and on YouTube. Hey, welcome Josh, welcome. So while you guys are thinking of the tickers that you guys want me to send, for the people who are not subscribed to the C.F.O Swinger Watch, huge announcement. All right, I want you guys to know that by the end of the year, okay, on January 1st, 2022, I'm going to be increasing the prices on all 3 tiers. All right, I'm gonna be adding even more features to the C.F.O Swinger Watch and to the C.F.O Discord as well. All right. For the C.F.O Discord, I'm going to be adding automatic flows. Okay, I'm going to be adding call flows and put flows that will be signaled automatically, all right, through a platform. And for the C.F.O Swinger Watch, I'm going to be actually adding, I'm actually going to start doing fund manager reports, okay, and I'm going to be adding that into the C.F.O Swinger Watch, and I think it's going to have a lot of good for the current members right now. So I hope that you guys can get in before the price gets to $50 by the end of the year here, or the start of the new year around January 1st, 2022. All right, so if you guys want to know more, just take a look at the story or go to the link in my bio, click on the C.F.O Swinger Watch tab and subscribe. Okay, now that's kind of what I want to tell you guys today, but it seems like we're getting some tickers now. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to look at is QQQ. Thank you. So QQQ, amazing amount of buying coming in because, well, a lot of people were positioned. Okay, there are a lot of people who were positioned into the overall markets with long puts, and most of them started to sell. A lot of them decided to sell today as the price started to go up higher, decreasing the selling pressure. With QQQ, just like with SPY, we got that nice big movement to the upside as we held that daily 50 SMA again. So this is a 4th time here in the last 2 to 3 weeks here that we've held the daily 50 SMA here. And so as we're starting to form this ascending level support, continue to watch out for the next supply level here around 400 to around 401. Okay, so huge levels of supply around 400 to 401 for QQQ. I would expect another rejection there, a small rejection until we start breaking above 401-ish to all-time highs again. Okay, but just continue to watch out for a supply level. If we see a strong rejection again, make sure you guys are hedged well for any of your long-term positions, especially your tech positions, since QQQ is looking at the tech names. Okay, and the JetBot, not quite. But hey, dollar bill, what's up, man? Dollar bill, you remind me of a guy from Billions, from the show Billions. So that's what we have for QQQ. Okay, features a huge boost in 2022. Yes, sir. So next we have AMD. So AMD, there's a trigger for a long here. All right. Why? Well, because most semiconductor names today decide to hold onto the daily 50 SMA, and we absolutely bounced like crazy with a lot of volume as well on the daily 50 SMA from a lot of semiconductor names, and AMD was one of them. And so as we decide to break above 136 here, okay, we start to get that inflow of volume as the overall market starts to go higher, and intraday we saw even more volume as a bigger amount of volume started to come in from huge orders that I saw on AMD. So we saw that continued push, and eventually tomorrow I'm expecting another hit around 148.50 and eventually a rejection, and that should coincide with the ascending level of support here that we were tracking on AMD, and also that should coincide with, if I go a little bit closer here for you guys, this 21 SMA here. Okay, so we should be hitting around this ascending level of support as a new level of resistance, and we should also be retesting and hitting this 21 SMA tomorrow. Okay, and that's going to be around 148.50. Most likely we're going to shoot a little bit higher than that, maybe around to 149 and then reject. But continue to watch for AMD. Tomorrow, most likely it's going to be a little bit of a lower volume than compared to today. And we should be able to see some level of volatility, less volatility compared to today, as we see some selling coming in tomorrow as well. So watch out for that AMD. Hey, Edgar Ramirez, welcome guys, welcome. Hey, welcome Deanne. Glad to see you here again. Okay, so that's it for AMD. Now, let's take a look at Microsoft. So Microsoft, I don't really see much on Microsoft. It's right in the middle of a chart pattern that's actually forming right now. So if you guys take a look at this, okay, we're forming a nice, well, we're creating a pretty small, I would say, it's not really a macro chart here, but we're forming a nice little tiny wedge, or a symmetrical triangle as we like to call it, and this wedge here can either break to the upside or to the downside. That's the reason why I really love the chart pattern, the symmetrical triangle or wedge chart patterns. And if you guys confused why I'm saying both, they're usually simultaneous names that most people can understand. If you see the wedge, they understand that what you're talking about. If you say symmetrical triangle, they're also going to understand what you're talking about. So it can be subjective. You guys can call whatever you want. I call it the wedge or the symmetrical triangle. I don't really care to choose which ones I want to use, but they're both the same thing. Now, with this, okay, there's two ranges here that I'm looking at right now, the horizontal price levels for Microsoft. So one, we have 339. Okay, so 339 is a big level to be watching out for, and eventually 340 will be a nice breakout level once we're able to coincide and stay within this wedge here that we're forming. So as we get closer and closer to this coinciding, okay, point here, right, of these two trend lines, this ascending support and descending level of resistance, we should be able to see a breakout to either side, to the upside or to the downside. All right, so as we're continuing to see, all right, multiple volatility here, multiple volatile days as we're trying to kind of conform to this price, okay, price level here, and price range. We should be able to see Microsoft starting to get tighter and tighter on the day. All right, but so far nothing to trade here, nothing to see here for a while. So continue to monitor this name, DN. iTrades Mart alerts. I'm gonna have to remove you for that. Okay. Under sneakers. So, just for fair viewing, okay, I'm not gonna allow people to put their own links there on my live. Okay, I'm not here to get free advertising for other people, but seems like we have the next ticker here, so let's move on there. Okay, so we have Netflix. So Juan, I know you're all over this today. So we talked about Netflix on Monday, right? So Netflix looks really, really good here. So we have potential for us to hit around 610.50 to around 611. But if we even break that, we can actually shoot up higher to around 615. Why did I say that? Well, because we can also coincide on a 2-hour time frame on the 50 SMA here. So if I go closer for you guys, okay, so there's 50 SMA here, all right, we should be able to see the 50 SMA coming down towards 615. All right, there is a level of resistance around 616, but I expect us to most likely hit 615 first and reject from there. But I love how we held that $600 level. Okay, but so far, like I said, $600 is going to be that magnetic level where price will continue to create volatile price ranges as it bounces and rejects between 600. Hey Don, chef, welcome. So DN, I hope that was helpful for Microsoft before that rude intrusion by someone here on Instagram. But thank you for giving me that suggestion on YouTube. Okay, so for Netflix, that's kind of what I think. Great bounce, great. I mean, we reclaimed 600. I mean, that's already good. But so far, you just can't deny the fact that we've been going downhill, right? So this is a great downtrend so far. We came back down to previous levels of where we were finding support here, right? After that nice big breakout about the huge consolidation that we had on Netflix. So we found some support today. Great, right? Found support from the previous consolidation area back in mid-September here. So I think we're going to be seeing some pretty good price action on Netflix tomorrow. Pretty bullish candlestick as well today. So nice big hammer candlestick. Left. I'll go over PayPal right now. Yes, I did not go over it yet. My scanner's throwing out Aflac. Not too bad to me. Aflac, huh? AFL. You know, the reason why I used to look at AFL as well, but it's just a little bit too much of a wiki name for me. So I would not be looking at that. I would rather look at PGR. And look what happened to PGR today. Big breakout today. Okay, on Cuba, I don't know if you remember that from the C.F.O Swing Watch, but with increasing inflation, like I said, PGR is a great name to look at, or progressive, right? So maybe tomorrow AFL might just get that big run too as well, just like progressive did. So remember, you see that big blast up above 58. And that should be the all-time highs, I believe. Yeah. So PGR went absolutely crazy today after it blasted above 100. Okay, so let's have PayPal. PayPal. Alright, so PayPal looks poised to go higher. Why? Well, just judging by the close here, right above the 190 level resistance that we've been following for weeks here now on PayPal. And for the fact that on the after hours market action, we ended around 193, I believe, 193.40ish. And so that just tells me that there's still a lot of buying coming in for PayPal. A few days ago, I was actually tracking how much institutional buyers are coming in. Hedge funds hasn't really done anything, but institutional buyers were coming in by a lot here, and they're buying this little tiny dip here. So when we came back down here, so after this failed breakout and then that nice tiny revisit, and right back into this 10-point range between 180 and 190, we're finally seeing that bounce, and potentially we can head up higher, and hopefully by next week we can revisit 200.10ish to around 200, or I would say around 200 to 201. Okay, so that'll be kind of a range there for PayPal, for a price target, for a short-term price target here. But the only thing that I'm kind of worried about the price hitting 200 or 201 is that we can potentially be forming a nice ascending channel here. Okay, so if we come back at above, right, and hit 200 or 201 and we reject, we can come back all the way to 190, and maybe if the selling pressure is there, we might break lower and hit 180 again. Okay, so this can potentially happen. Hey Gervesh, what's up? What's up? Yes, Coop, you're right. I'm glad that you remember the A-firm callouts. So A-firm was crazy. Man, it would have been crazy if I held, huh? But yeah, so just like with PGR, went crazy, and A-firm went crazy as well. So most of the names that I'm selecting are always going crazy, right? But Garesh, nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing really well. So I am potentially looking to create a spreadsheet for all the C.F.O Swing Watch names that I've currently had, or at the very least start one starting this week for all the names that I choose, and keep track on how they do for maybe like a monthly return. So I'll keep you guys updated, but that might be a great idea for me to do. So I guess you guys can see the hit rate that's possible for a C.F.O Swing Watch for the long term. So Coop, you better get that long-term account ready. You gotta do that for you and your wife, man. Oh, and Wong, thank you for that suggestion. Let's take a look at V. Bow for V. Oops. Let's take that out. Perfect. Okay, so V. I'm gonna expect Wong here. I'm gonna expect V to get rejected tomorrow around 214. The reason why is that, well, first off, we saw that nice rejection going on around the daily 50 SMA here. If you guys take a look, well, actually let me bring it a lot closer here for you guys. So dark blue line here is our daily 50 SMA, right? And if you get rejected, and I'm hoping that we get rejected, which should also coincide with the 214 level, we can come down, okay, and we also can flag that, which is what we've been doing after this nice impulse run up, okay. So hopefully we can reject tomorrow, and this 21 SMA can also catch up as well. Oh, you said there's news after hours. What was the news? Oh, well, what do you know? Visa ended up right at the level of resistance that I want us to reject that. And it seems like after hours, they weren't able to push it past 214 either. So, regardless of the news, and I would say, regardless of the news here, hopefully tomorrow we can't see that rejection tomorrow. But if we gap up and stay above 214 tomorrow pre-market and continue to stay above 214, we can potentially use that as new support and head up higher. And you can set your eyes for profit target around 220 to 222. Okay, so they're having the usual buyback repurchasing program. So stock buybacks by corporate there from Visa. So that is very bullish. So if we do indeed hold that support tomorrow around 214, as you saw on the after hours action, seems like they weren't able to push past 214 and potentially hit 215. We can see tomorrow's whole price action day just be a continuation into possibly around 217. Okay, so 217 to around 217.50 can be our closing price tomorrow. So that's kind of my suspected price target is what I would say for Visa tomorrow if the markets continue to stay bullish. We ready? Yes. I hope you're ready, Coop. Garesh, you said PFE. Of course. Wow. So PFE, absolute monster, right? Today, everything was just on a complete steroids. They got a steroid pump from the Fed here, and PFE was one of those beneficiaries from that pump. So we hit new all-time highs. We've been hitting new all-time highs the past 2 days here, but today we just shoehorned right into a new all-time high all the way to 58. Almost hitting $60 here. So I wouldn't be surprised if PFE hits 60 by the end of the week, even tomorrow. So if we hit $60 tomorrow, most likely we can reject. If you take a look at the 2-hour time frame, we are a little bit overbought. So if we hit 60 tomorrow, we can see a nice level of rejection all the way back down to around 57.50-ish. Okay, so watch out for that. That can be a nice put scalp to the downside for PFE. But so far, there has to be a little bit more data, okay? A little bit more price action for tomorrow before we start, seeing actual levels. But the only level that I'm looking at right now, that's probably the most prominent one and the closest level that we can be looking at is around 55.80ish or around 56 if you want to use whole numbers. So if we come back down tomorrow, if you see us selling from $60 tomorrow, we can see a nice push to the downside, and potentially if you see enough selling, we could come back all the way down to 55.80ish, around $56, and see another bounce. Okay, Garesh. So PFE, good name to watch tomorrow. There's a lot of momentum. Just watch out for the volatility as bears and bulls continue to fight out for this name, especially tomorrow, as there's going to be some profit taking tomorrow. Trust me on that. In the morning, there will be some profit taking, especially if we have a gap up to $60. Okay, Garesh? So I hope that made sense. And M. Wong, you're welcome. And Lehef, you're welcome as well. Thank you guys for giving me suggestions. Garesh, if you're not in the C.F.O Discord or the C.F.O Streaming Watch, I hope you're in. I would love to have you in. Of course, man, of course. You're welcome. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Um, we're passing that 40-minute mark here. Thank you guys for joining as usual. And before I leave though, okay, you guys have to remember, okay, the C.F.O Swing Watch is going to $50 per month on January 1st. Okay, and so all the tiers 1, 2, and 3 will also be increasing as well. Alright, so make sure that you guys get in before that happens. And right now it's only $29.99 per month. So for tier 3. And I'm gonna be adding so many more perks to Discord and to C.F.O Swing Watch as well, as I mentioned, I believe, when I first started the live here. So make sure you guys join before that happens on January 1st. Okay, I always want you guys to get in at the right price here. So make sure you guys get in at $29.99. Solidify your price here at $29.99 before it gets to $49.99. All right, that's it for tonight. Okay, if you guys are don't know where to see or where to click any of my links, okay, for people on Instagram, just go to the link in bio, okay, and you guys can see that link. It's a link tree, so if you take a look at my link tree and you click on it, it should give you a row of tabs of all the things that you guys can look out for. But if you guys are looking specifically for the C.F.O Swing Watch, just click on the tab that says C.F.O Swing Watch, and you guys should be able to get to the well, basically this website that I'm showing you guys right here. So make sure you guys join before you go to $49.99 per month. All right. And for people on YouTube, just take a look at the link right below. And you guys should be able to see the link, the very first link in the description box below of the live. All right. Garesh, no pressure, man, no pressure. I hope to see you soon, man. Thank you for joining today. I hope to see you in the lives more frequently. All right, everyone, have a great night. I will see you guys on next Monday. Okay? Same time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great rest of your evening.